My name is Eve Rosemary. I'm the founder of the Everyday Saint podcast, public speaking ministry, and lifestyle brand, which is, if you look at the Everyday Saint podcast, I interview young Catholics to inspire other young Catholics. And starting this January, so January through May, I'll be traveling across the country on a nationwide speaking tour using shrines as my roadmaps. So I'm going into these shrines, interviewing them on my own podcast to talk about the history of the shrines, the miracles that have happened there, and how people can take that message into their daily lives today. And while I'm going on this nationwide pilgrimage, I'm also speaking to teens about chastity and cultivating pure relationships. I grew up 45 minutes away from the Shrine of Our Lady of Champion, the only Marian-approved apparition site in the United States. And so I grew up going to this shrine. I grew up going to field trips to the shrine, and knowing that that had such a profound impact on my life growing up so close to the shrine, I wanted to include shrines as a way to know how to map out my nationwide speaking tour, but then also bring light to these locations in the United States so that young people know that they don't have to travel across the world to experience God in their daily lives, that they can take the message that these shrines have to offer and implement them into their daily life. They can go within their state, within their country, to experience God's goodness. There's so many times just in the day-to-day that we forget to bring God into our lives, that we forget to leave room for silence and leave room for Him to simply just work. So when you go to these places that are known for a specific devotion, you're able to go on this pilgrimage and enter into a space that's unlike a space you have at home. It's something different where you can truly connect with God, especially at the Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I mean, look around at all the nature here and just the silence and the peace and the joy that you can experience at a place like this. Going on the Stations of the Cross walk, the Rosary walk, and going in the church, it's just like you walk in and it's a little taste of heaven. And that's what faith is supposed to be, is always like these little touches where heaven and earth intermingle, and I think you really get that sense here. It really allows room for God to speak into your heart. Just take a day and be open to what God wants to tell you. And that's exactly what you do when you go on a pilgrimage, is you go anticipating whatever God has for you and coming with no agenda other than, I'm spending this time with God and He's going to reveal Himself in really wonderful ways.